guys, it's Jen and I'm excited to share a layout with you for the Hip Kit Club today. I'm using the March kits and I'm going to scrapbook this photo of my daughter when we were in Haiti on vacation. We went on a cruise, I guess it's been just about a year ago, just over a year ago. And the challenge today is to go monochromatic with black and white pops. And so I am going with blue because that's the color of my daughter's bathing suit. I'm going to use these butterflies, which, yes, I'm going to make it work on a beachy layout. I'm also thinking of using some of this fun kind of vacation vibe stuff from Maggie Holmes. And actually, I'm now thinking maybe I should do the background on this pattern paper that's in the kit, which is the back of this. So that might be a possibility. We'll see. Anyway, that's where I'm starting. I will talk you through my process. I've pulled out a bunch of black and white little bits and pieces here, and then some other things that I might include on the layout, just so I have everything ready to go right here. And let's see how this comes together.
Okay, so I want to just start by saying this was supposed to be a main kit only project, and I completely spaced that. So I used all of the kits that I have, which is the main kit, the Project Life kit, and the embellishment kit. And so I apologize for that. But so you can see that I did decide to go with this black and white realistic photo pattern for my background, and I'm putting some gesso down. When I did my kit unboxing, I challenged Missy Whitten to do a layout on top of this paper, and I decided to take that up on myself. So you can see I put some gesso down. I used that little rubber scraping tool. It's kind of like a paintbrush, but it's just a little rubber scraping tool. And now I'm using some Jenny B. Blue shimmers. This came in like a really old hip kit that I got like a couple of years ago maybe. But it was blue and it matched my photo, and so I thought I would use that. This is not turning out exactly how I wanted it to. I'm also using some Heidi Swapp Color Shine, and I can't remember the color, but if you want to get larger droplets with your splatters, you can spray a few mists into the lid and then drip it that way. So I decided to do that, and then I liked the darkness that it had when it wasn't on the gesso, and so I added a little bit more on the edges. And now I'm going to kind of play around with this. Now I think that this could have worked if it wasn't a beachy photo. I felt like it wasn't bright enough or something, but I do kind of like, I think it could have worked for something else. Just not this. I don't know. I wasn't feeling it, but I'm going to go with it for a little bit longer. So I'm going to map my photo on a piece of white cardstock. It is a 4x6 photo of my daughter in Haiti. She loved snorkeling there, and just this photo just is cute, and it just takes me back to our cruise, and that made me happy. I'm using this piece of cardstock from the cardstock kit, and it's kind of a minty color, and I'm going to back my photo with that. And now I'm kind of trying to decide what my title might be. Again, I'm trying to stick to the blues and the black and white. At this point, I kind of decided that I was going to use a bunch of icons from these Maggie Holmes chipboard and sticker sheets that felt beachy and summery. And so I am just grabbing a bunch and I'm laying them out there. Now, this is the point where I kind of decide the background is too much. And so I'm going to cut out the center of this, and I'm going to use it as a photo mat instead. And that is an absolute great way to use this paper if you really like it, but you don't quite know how to use it. To use it as a photo mat works really, really well. And so I'm going to cut down this white piece of cardstock, and I'm going to kind of mount it a little off-centered because I want more of that black and white to show. And I'm thinking about using the part that I gessoed as a photo mat, and so you can see me doing that there. Now, I thought it would be fun to line all of these pieces up in a row on the edge of that paper, and so that's kind of what my plan is at this point. And I'm just pulling pieces off the sticker sheet in that kind of blue and teal shade, and because it's supposed to be monochromatic, and so I'm just peeling off all of the ones that kind of go with that. Now that little girl in the inner tube, she's in a pink inner tube, but she's wearing a like an aqua colored swimsuit, so I decided to use it because I didn't know when else I would use it, and I thought this was the perfect opportunity. And so I'm kind of going with the colors of my photo: peach, blue, and darker blue, like the aqua and the blue. And so I just decided that was okay. So I'm looking at these puffy stickers as well that are exclusives, and then I decide to put all of my stickers on this piece of wax paper because I'm not exactly sure how I want to do this, but I need to glue down my background. I want to use some of those birds because they will be perfect for this layout, and again, I don't know when else I might use them. I'm thinking about my title and using the word explore because I want to talk about how much fun Malia had exploring and snorkeling. She is my little science girl and she loved it. So I'm thinking my title will be Explore Haiti, and I'm a little off frame there, so sorry about that, but I will move it up. I thought I was going to use the black Maggie Holmes stickers for the word Haiti, but I end up using these Bella Boulevard stickers instead, and I think those are from the Project Life kit. And then I'm gonna glue down my white piece of cardstock there. Again, I matted it off centered. You can see just a little hint of that mixed media background that I did on the edges, and I'm fine with that. So I'm kind of thinking about where I might put my photo and how I'm going to arrange everything. And I'm still thinking I'll arrange everything in this line here. So I'm kind of placing things down, and I think that this could work. Definitely. I like placing embellishments in a line, but for this particular layout, I thought it would work better to kind of put them to the right hand side of my photo, and you'll see, and you probably saw from the photo at the beginning, that I do a bit above my photo as well. And so I'm just kind of nestling all these pieces in here. Nestling's my thing. I love making things fit together, and so I will place all of the pieces down and kind of nestle them together. And I decided to overlap my photo to make it go over that edge, and I like the way that looks. And I'm going to use these photo corners that are from the Heidi Swap embellishment pack, and I think that came in the Project Life kit as well, or the Pocket Life kit. And I am going to put my title down, and I'm overlapping it on the photo because I'm going to have so much embellishment going on that I want to make sure that the title still stands out. And so by putting it on the photo, it kind of sets it apart a little bit, and your eye still goes to it even with all the stuff going around it. So I'm just taking all of these pieces that I had pulled before, and I'm going to kind of work them in and fill in that space next to my photo. And I really love the way that this works out. And if you love playing with embellishments, this is a really great way to do it. It makes a great impact, and it just has a fun look. And I feel like this is a great way to use those icons that are sometimes hard to use, because when you put things all together like this, it makes them feel like they go, even if something feels a little bit, again, like you might not use it. So doing this and doing a rainbow order, those are the ways that I like to use embellishments that might otherwise be tricky for me to use, like that girl in the inner tube. So again, I'm just placing all of these bits and pieces down. I pulled them all from different things, like I wasn't supposed to. I was supposed to keep to the main kit, but I went all over the place and crazy. But you could definitely interpret this with whatever you have on hand, and get a similar look with what you have, just using a bunch of different embellishments. And the kits are so full of awesome things that it shouldn't be hard to do. So I decided to put Be Fearless there, and I thought by by nestling it in with everything else, it wouldn't, I was worried about it detracting from the title, but I think it works okay because in real life, the title is that puffy, shiny look, and so it definitely stands out from it. And so it definitely works to me. So I'm also going to be using some of those exclusive little epoxy hearts. I love those. They're so cute. And I will kind of fill in some of the spaces after I get the rest of my embellishments on there. I'm also adding in some of those word strips. I love word strips so much. And I thought about adding that little popsicle that you saw a second ago, but it just felt too big and I had filled in the spaces already, so I decided against it. Although that would be that's another embellishment that for me is sometimes tricky to use, and so I would have liked to get it on here, but that's okay. So I'm going ahead and gluing down the photo corners. I really love the way the photo corners draw your eye in, and it's just a fun way to use photo corners instead of on the photo, to use them on the edges of the paper. And I'm pulling out some of the asterisks from that mint colored alphabet from Doodlebug, just to kind of balance the mint that's in the background paper and in the title. And I added from the exclusive sticker sheet a few of the faux washi tape strips, and then I cut that blue frame up and I'm just adding it to the left of the photo just for a little something extra, and then adding another sticker over here. And then I'm trying to decide where I want to put my journaling, and sometimes when I'm not sure, I will just write out some nonsense on a scrap piece of paper and then move it around on my layout and see where I like it best. So I was trying to decide if I wanted it underneath the photo or if I wanted it above that. Sorry for my hair there. Get my curly head in there, or if I wanted it above the embellishment, and I decided I wanted it above the embellishment so that there was a little bit of white space below the photo still. I thought that was important. So I wrote that on there. I stamped my date with my Haiti Swap roller date stamp, and now I'm adding some gold staples, and that's going to be my finishing touch. I'm really happy with the way this layout turned out, even though I didn't use the main kit only, but this was a fun one to create with a monochromatic color scheme and then pops of black and white. So I took a bunch of close-up photos so that you could see all of that fun embellishment. I hope that you enjoyed this process. Be sure to head over to hipkitclub.net to check out the kits. I think they're super awesome, and subscribe to this YouTube channel if you don't. There's new videos all the time, and thank you so much for watching.